All right, we're here. Welcome everyone tuning into the live stream of the NXT winner announcement. I can't tell you how excited.
John, you got to start again.
All right, give me a countdown.
He needs a countdown. Okay, they're on.
Yeah. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream event of the NXT winner announcement. We are so excited that we're going to share this great announcement today, coming live in the Kino Lime studio with Danny and Oleg. But first, we just want to give a shout out to all the schools that signed up for this announcement. It was something that we always wanted to do. Besides the feature film and the shorts competition that we've done in the past, we really wanted to reach out to the youth, to those that are starting out, grabbing their cameras for the first time. And what do you do when you want to make a short film? How do you do that? But our CEO, Oleg, came up with an amazing idea to go after the high school students, to give them a shot with grants and prizes. It's exciting. I can't wait. We read everything. The competition was incredible. Again, a big shout out to all the 50+ schools that were accepted into the program, with over 100 more that registered. I'm on pins and needles. I can't wait to see who won. So I'm going to send it to the Kino Lime Studios live with Danny Murray and our CEO, Oleg. Guys, who won? I want to know what's going on.
Thanks so much for the intro, John. Pleasure to be here with everyone. Thanks so much. I'm Danny Murray, CE at Kino Lime, here with our CEO, Oleg Sayevsky.
Hi, how are you, everyone? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just kind of love to know, before we bring all of our great writers in, we have amazing stories, this competition. How has the journey been throughout the entire competition for you?
So it's been phenomenal. I guess the original dream was just to see the new set of writers come out there, show us their talent, show us their skills. And not what we're only impressed, but we're just mesmerized by this type of stories that we got, by the quality of writing, by the wisdom behind these writers. So, I mean, we're beyond ourselves with what we have received. And, this is the big day. We get to see the announcement of the big winner.
Yeah. And I think without further ado, it's going to be great to bring in our 3 writers. If we could get them in right now. Congratulations, by the way. Like 3, again, of all the scripts we got, just incredible stories. What I'd love to kind of do with you guys is we'll start with Maya. If you guys can introduce yourself, your school, what script you wrote, and then just kind of like a brief intro of what inspired you to start writing.
Hi, my name's Maya Borak. I'm from A.W. Dreyfus School of the Arts here in Florida. My script is Ice Cream Apocalypse. And I mean, I go to school for writing and film. That's kind of like what I do. I love to write. I love to entertain people. I really just like write to have people enjoy my stories, to forge an emotional connection. And it's the same way with when I film things as well. And I just love writing. It's like what I do.
It's awesome. Can we hear from Susie next, please?
Hi, I'm Susie. I go to Newbert Park High School in California. And a big reason why I started writing was because I just really wanted to inspire people, and I just really like making short films. And so writing is like the first step of that. And I just use it as a way to connect with people.
It's amazing. And then lastly, can we get Kaya, please, as well?
Hi, I'm Kaya Adler. I'm from Northfield, Mount Hermon. It's near Boston. And I also, obviously, am very passionate about film and writing, but I also really felt like this was a really important story to tell, both because of what's going on in the world right now, and also because of what is going on in my personal life.
Yeah, and then I think that kind of perfectly comes into the next question, which is, we'd love to know, because again, all these stories just kind of ooze with like so much passion, and they're so personal. What kind of inspired you specifically to write this story? I guess we could start directly with Maya. Would be great.
All right. Actually, I wasn't writing Ice Cream Apocalypse at first. I was writing a completely different thing, and it kind of came to me, just like hit me all of a sudden. I was like, I need to write this. I sat down. It took me 30 minutes to make the first draft. I was really just inspired. When I write scripts, I find that I write a lot of science fiction. But in my free time, I love reading fantasy, and so I feel like there's a lot of those kind of elements. And I'm just like very when I write, I also like picture it in my head, and so I was making something like very visually like kind of out there and crazy. And I I really like the characters I created. Like my main character Val, I'm really proud of the journey that I wrote for her, and how she's like flawed, but like kind of uh, she becomes a better person by acknowledging her pain. And I feel like that was something that was really that I feel like I could relate to as well. And so I just hope that people are entertained, that they see like the kind of subliminal messaging that I put in there as well about like technology, um, the harm that it can bring to civilization, and also about like human connection and how important that is.
Yeah, I mean, it bled onto the page and was awesome. Susie, can I hear the same thing? What inspired you to write your story?
I was actually in the shower listening to a song, and I was like, "Oh, this would make a good short film." And then I started writing, and I wrote this the night before the competition deadline ended. And then I finished it in 25 minutes and just decided to submit it, not thinking it would go anywhere. But another main reason was just I have a younger sister, and I just wrote about like how I see a lot of myself in her, and how I feel like she helps me and I help her at the same time.
What was the song?
Never Grow Up by Taylor Swift.
Nice, yeah. Okay, awesome. And then Kaya, same question for you. What inspired
Yeah,
you?
so my dad actually, about a year and a half ago, he started researching AI because he's really, really into computer science. And around the same time, I started to get really into screenwriting. That was also around the time that Hollywood became really, really nervous about the whole AI takeover. So even though he's my dad, I felt a little betrayed because it felt like he was taking part in something that would take away my job before I even got the chance to experience that for myself. And I felt angry. I felt like it was his fault somehow. And I decided to inject that into my characters and into my screenplay. And at first, I wrote a feature. It was about 85 pages, and I took about 10 pages out of that, and I made that my short. And I just really, beyond my own personal, beyond the reason, my personal reason for making this, I just really feel like it's incredibly important for what's going on right now with my generation and their parents, because I feel like we're all really worried about our jobs, and we're all really worried about art. And I think art is the most human thing that's in the world right now, and that's being taken away by our parents' generation. And I thought that was really important to write about.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, just like I've said, like all these stories, just you could feel like everything you guys have said through them, and they're incredible. I think my last question I'll kind of ask, I'd love to kind of know, how did it feel to get in the top 3? What did you guys kind of learn through the competition process? And like, what were any kind of like surprising moments that came about this journey?
I think we're gonna go in the same order.
Yeah,
So
exactly. We'll go in the same order. Thank you.
So the competition, like at first, I've never been in a competition where there was public voting before, so that was new for me. I um launched a campaign essentially and started annoying the heck out of my family and friends, just like, hey, please vote for me. Then when I made it to the top 10, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And it went to judge voting. And I honestly didn't know if my script would pass judge voting, because in my experience submitting scripts before, like scripts that are written more for entertainment value and like for fun, and that still have messages but are also like kind of actiony, they don't really get rewarded. necessarily. I feel like and there is a message to my script. I just feel like it's not like plain out there for everyone to see. So honestly, I wasn't really expecting to make the top 3. I was shocked. I remember the night before, like adding up my score from all the 6 judges who had been revealed, like trying to figure out like where am I, and I'm very grateful. I'm so happy for this experience.
Awesome. Yeah, we're so happy too because your script rocks. Susie, how about you?
I had also never been in a competition. I have never been like entered in any competition before, and I think I was kind of just also annoying the heck out of my family and friends and my film class. Like I was just telling them all, like, guys, you should go vote for me. And I was really excited when I got in the top 3. I was looking and I read through all the top 10 scripts because they were all just like really good. And I remember thinking like, oh, I can't go up against these people. My script isn't like up there because I didn't like edit it or anything. I just kind of wrote it. And then making top 3, every day I was like looking at what the judge scores were, and I was really excited.
Awesome. Kaya?
Yeah, this has been a crazy, crazy experience for me, to say the least. I've also never entered into a competition before. This is a completely new experience for me. And it's just been really, really amazing to like feel my work and like all the time that I've put into my work, like validated like this. It kind of gives me the confidence to keep going and keep writing. And it's really, really incredible. So thank you.
Amazing. And I think on that note, without further ado, first off, we'd love to thank you guys so much to be on this journey with us, to trust us with your stories. And Oleg, I think we're ready for the moment everyone's been waiting for. Maybe before we announce, can we say like what everyone's going to get, the finalists, the winner, the stakes of what you're about to open?
Yes. So first of all, on behalf of the entire Kino family, I would like to thank the 3 of you who actually, at the very top of this competition, but every single script that was submitted into this competition. A, you trust us. B, you believe in your art. And C is we as a community, we grow. So you make everybody better with your writing. Now, the winner of this competition gets an award of $2,500 scholarship towards the choice of the colleges where they go to. And they also get $5,000 grant towards the production of the short. The runner-ups get $500 towards the scholarship of the choice of the universities that they go to, and they get $1,000 towards the production of the short. So again, we believe that every single one of them is a winner. So like, if we can say that, if we would be able to give first place to each one of you, this probably would be the best result. But being the competition as a competition and everybody voted, let's see who won. Okay, here we go. Artificial intelligence, right there. Congrats.
Amazing. Congrats, Kaya. How do you feel right now?
I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. We just kind of love, your first kind of thoughts. How are you feeling this moment? What do you kind of hope audiences take away from your story? Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of money to go make this.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm just really, really grateful that I was able to get the chance to make this and get my message out there, because I just don't think it's talked about enough. I really don't think it's talked about enough. And I kind of feel like people from my generation this is a little bit of a tangent, but I just feel like we're mocked in the media a little bit because the directors and the writers who put us on screen are not us and they don't understand us. And I just really feel like it's important that we get our voices as directors and writers out there, because I think that's what's important at the end of the day. And I feel like that's what the media is lacking right now.
Yeah. And I mean, I can't agree more. I'd also, and again, for Maya, for Susie, thank you guys so much as well. I hope that the production funds, you guys can get started with your films, maybe make your films with them. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. For Kaya, we'd love to know, what's your specific game plan for production here?
Okay. I think next week I'm gonna make an all-school announcement, and I'm gonna ask people for it, like if they want to be on the set, if they want to be actors, like anything. So I want to get. So hopefully my cast and crew will be free, and then I'm gonna spend most of the money on set design and on renting equipment and everything, because I don't really have any equipment myself. So that's really, really helpful.
Yeah. And I guess, would you recommend, if you're a young filmmaker, would you recommend other young filmmakers in the future to enter the NXT competition?
Yeah, totally. It's been a really great experience for me, clearly. So yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Again, Oleg,
Yeah.
any last parting words for our filmmakers?
Again, so one is I'm extremely thankful on behalf of the entire Kino line that you trusted us, and the trust is the biggest thing, and especially in this field of where nobody seems to trust anybody. We're out here to make a completely different game plan for everybody. As far as the productions we're looking forward to, our team is going to be available, obviously, to produce this, but for the runner-up projects as well, we're always here for you guys. Not only financially, but also advisory. As far as the Kinoline goes, our next steps are, we just announced the top 26 for the full feature competition. They went live today. We also went live for our South Asia competition, which submission just opened up today. And on the other fronts is we have a huge announcement coming up that we're partnering with a very big studio, which is going to be announced within the next couple of weeks on the co-production of our feature. And sort of staying within this generation, we are in the process of making a feature that's going to be called Temple of the Dog. So we are out casting right now. So again, we're staying very, very busy. We're extremely excited for all the things that are in front of us. We're extremely excited for the short that we're about to see. And, again, thank you all. Thank you for whoever participated. Thank you for trusting us, and thank you for being part of our family. Oh,
Yeah.
and Danny,
And,
you do the marketing.
Again, we just absolutely adore kind of all the incredible work we're doing, all the opportunities we have to highlight great independent voices, to make movies in a way no one else is. And, if you want to help contribute to some of these funds, you could buy some of the sweet NXT merch. I got the hat on. We have the awesome jacket. You can get it at our NXT store, live on kinolime.com. Grab some of this, grab it for your friends, grab it for your family, grab it for someone you absolutely hate, grab it for everybody. And yeah, I think just we'd love to thank, all the schools, all the great filmmakers that kind of joined us in this process. We're going to let Susie, Maya, and Kaya go back to school. We've alerted their vice principals. They are truant. They're in a load of trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for being along this journey with us. And again, like Oleg said, be on the lookout for our competitions, for our features, and all the great short films we're making. So again, thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
And signing out.
Signing.
Thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's make a movie together.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.